we'll do a sort of a general practice. As I said to Caroline, if there's anything that feels uncomfortable or painful, you come out of the pose. I appreciate it's hot as well. You're always welcome to come into child's pose. It's just this pose, basically. You can, again, vary it in a way that suits you. We're going to start off in that pose. So, Catherine, do you have any injuries or anything I need to know about?
No, I'm all good.
All right, brilliant. I'm going to mute you guys. Let me just change this around. How am I doing this? But if there's anything you're desperate to say, then feel free to unmute yourself at any point and shout at me. So that's fine. All right, fabulous. So we're actually going to start off in child's pose. So just bringing yourself, you can have your knees together or apart. It just depends on what you need for your back today. You can bring your chest towards the mat and have the hands nice and spread out and just bringing the forehead to the mat. And we're going to come into the breath. And I want you to sigh out the first few exhales. Just really bringing yourself into the practice and onto the mat. Just bear with me. I think someone's at the door. Sorry about that. This is the postman. But yeah, we're just going to stay in child pose. Now I want you to inhale, and as you breathe in through the nose, feel the air in the lungs, feel the belly expanding and the ribs pressing into the thighs, and exhaling all the way out. And I want you to especially feel the breath in the back of the body as well. So keeping the back and the pelvis nice and stable, nice and strong. And let's all breathe in together for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4. And just take a few more rounds. Feel free to take it up to 5 or 6 if you want. And on the next inhale, I want you to lift the arms up and just come onto the fingertips. And notice how that feels in the shoulders. You'll feel the shoulders lifting up towards the ears. Take it a couple more breaths here. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, gently release the arms, bringing the hands fully to the mat. And I want you to slowly bring the hands together to prayer. And inhale as you lift that prayer up towards the sky, staying on your elbows. And just take the hands as far back as it's comfortable for your body. One more inhale together. And as you exhale, slowly bring the prayer back to the mat. Lovely. And I want you to slowly walk the hands over to the right side of the mat. So we're coming into a child's pose. Still, we're going towards the right. Draw that left glute towards the feet. Feel the breath in the left side body. So nice and deep here. So it should feel like a nice, juicy stretch. You can see if you can find any space for that breath. It doesn't matter if you don't. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. And on the next inhale, I want you to lift your chest off and come into a tabletop position towards the right. Let's untuck the toes and tuck the toes. So stretch the feet, stretch the toes. Take a few of these in your own time. And I want you to slowly lift up the downward facing dog. So we're facing to the right of the mat. Pedal the feet, bend the knees. And let's bring an external rotation in the upper arm. So the shoulders are away from each other. Feel that stability in the pelvis, nice and strong. Breathe in, breathe out. And from here, I want you to come forward into your plank pose. So make any adjustments. And we're going to come into our side plank. So I want you to drop the knees here first. Take the left hand off the mat as you come into your side plank. So it's a slightly easier side plank because you've got the right knee on the mat. And we're going to work that left glute. So I want you to lift that leg and lower. Tap the glute. Make sure it's the glute that's engaging rather than the leg using all of its energy. So work into the glutes. Let's keep going. For 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. You should start feeling it a little bit now. For 1, hold it here. Tap the glute one more time and slowly release. Bring that left knee in to join the right. Come back into your tabletop position. And from here, we're going to take a few little rolls of the spine. So I want you to inhale as you tilt the pelvis towards the mat. We're drawing the belly down, working your way up to the shoulders towards each other, and the gaze comes up. As you exhale, let's reverse that motion. So tilt the pelvis towards the sky, draw the belly up around the shoulder blades as the gaze comes down. So just flow through a few of these. Again, this should feel quite nice and quite yummy on the back. Take your time with this pose. Feel free to add any other little movements, so round and round, side to side. Remember, it's your practice. That feels nice. I'm going to just take a couple more, and I want you to slowly come back to your neutral spine. And from here, just take yourself back into your child's pose, facing towards the right. Take 3 deep breaths here. When you're ready, slowly inhale yourself back to center. So coming back to your central child's pose. Take a moment here. See how you're feeling. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, let's slowly walk the hands over to the left side of the mat. You can take hold of that right wrist with the left hand and breathe into that right side body. So a nice, beautiful stretch this way now. You can draw the glutes towards that right foot to increase that stretch if you want. And let's keep breathing here. And when you're ready, slowly lifting up, facing towards the left. And let's lift the knees up and coming into our downward facing dog. Facing the other way this time. So pedal the feet, bend the knees, check your alignment now. And really breathe into the back and breathe into those costovertebral joints, where the ribs meet the spine. So we don't want to just be sinking the chest down. We want to keep a nice, stable body here. We can inhale, we lift the heels up, exhale to lower. Inhale to lift, exhale to lower. And just take a couple more here. Beautiful. What I want you to do is to come forward into your plank pose. And we're going to drop the knees here. And this time we're going to do our side plank, lifting the right hand off the mat. So you can keep that left knee on the mat. And we're going to work into the right glute this time. So we're going to lift that right leg. Tap the glute. Start getting it fired up. Give us a few slaps if you want. So you should start feeling this. It's a really good thing to do, focusing on those snoozy glutes, especially with working from home more. I'm a bit more mindful of my glutes. So let's keep going for 5, for 4. Tap the glutes, check they're working for 3. Keeping that left shoulder nice and strong for 2. And for 1, let's hold it here. Tap the glutes a couple more times. And release. And slowly bring that right knee to join the left, coming into your tabletop position. So remember, keep it nice and strong. Knees below the hips, wrists below the shoulders. I'm going to take a few of our cat-cow breaths here. So again, as you inhale, tilt the pelvis towards the mat, draw the belly down. Shoulders come in towards the spine as the gaze comes up. As you exhale, let's reverse that motion. So take your time. It's almost like someone's walking their fingers up and down your spine. So nice fluid movement. One thing I've been finding more of when I'm working from home is I'm walking less and I'm moving less. I'm trying to get a bit better at that now, especially with the weather improving. But I really feel it on my back. So my lower back and my shoulders can be a little bit tight. So doing yoga and just a little bit of movement just does help. You can have a go at doing some of these on the fingertips. You can take the hands so the fingers point towards the body. It's quite strong on the forearms. Oh, yes. Take a few more. This should feel really lovely. Just notice if there's any pains or any aches anywhere in the back. You might want to stretch into those areas, or you might want to be a little bit mindful. Let's take 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And I want you to slowly come back to your center. We're going to come back into child's pose. And this time I want you to take the arms on the outside of the body so the fingers are pointing towards the toes. We're just resting the wrists and the arms here for a few moments. When you're ready, I want you to slowly bring the hands in front of you and lift your head and your chest away from the mat. And we're just coming into a seated position. So just bringing the knees in together. We're going to inhale, we lift the arms up towards the sky, shoot the fingers up, bringing the shoulders up towards the ears, and you can take the gaze up. Exhale, let's bring the arms down, bring the gaze down. And let's inhale, lift. Exhale to lower. As you lower, you can take the arms away from the body if you want to stretch into the shoulders. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. If you want to add to it, you can inhale as you lift the bum and the arms. And you can exhale to lower the bum and the arms. So just take your version. Again, such a simple exercise. It's really good for working and do our depth. Just keep flowing with your breath. Beautiful. We're going to take one more inhale, take it all the way up. And as you exhale, keep the bum lifted and just bring the arms all the way down. So we're going to stay with the hips above the shoulders for the moment and take a few shoulder rolls, nice and big. Feel the shoulders lifting up on the inhale, lowering down on the exhale. Beautiful. Come back to neutral shoulders. Take a couple of moments. And then let's take it the other way. So just roll the other way. So for me, I'm going to be rolling forwards. Lovely. And what we're going to do now is we're going to take the hands and we're going to clasp the fingers like so. Turn the palms away from the body and stretch the hands away from the body. So again, working into the shoulders and the wrists. Feel that nice stretching round in the shoulder blades, keeping the back nice and neutral. And then we're going to slowly turn the palms to face the body. And we're going to inhale as we open the hands out wide, draw the shoulder blades towards each other. Exhale, bring them together. Inhale to open. Exhale to close. Just take a few more. So just again, notice how your body's feeling. Please stop or adjust at any time. Taking one more. And then we're going to slowly bring the hands back down, arms by the side. Taking 2 deep breaths. The next thing I want you to do is we're going to do a back bend here. The nice counter to that child posing we did earlier. Now you've got a choice. You can bring the hands to support the lower back. Inhales, you lift the chest, take the head up, and you can drop it back as you're coming into your back bend. Keeping the hips over the knees, try and intensify that stretch. If you want to go into full camel, you can tap the toes or untap the toes and bring the fingers to touch the heels, whatever's available for you. Camel is a strasana pose. It's a very deep stretch, so take your time. I'm just going to take a few more breaths now. When you're ready, we're going to inhale. We lift the chin up towards the chest and bring ourselves all the way up. Nice. Just take a couple of moments here. Just notice how you're feeling. When you're ready, we're going to bring the hands back onto the mat. So we're going to come back into our tabletop position. So make your adjustments, wrists below the shoulders, knees below the hips. We're going to tuck the toes under. And we're going to inhale, we lift the hips coming into downward facing dog. So remember to take your time finding your shape. Pedal the feet, bend the knees. If there's any lower back pain or hamstring issues, then feel free to bend those knees just to ease it a little bit. Breathe into the spine, breathe into the back. And we're going to take 3 lion's breaths here. So when you exhale, just open the mouth, stick the tongue out, and let it all go. We're going to inhale, we lift the heels. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Now, if you want to go a little deeper, we can work the triceps. You can slowly lower the elbows and lift. Lower and lift. Keeping the back nice and strong. This is quite a strong stretch for the triceps, but breathe with it. Let's take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, take the gaze between the hands, and we're going to slowly walk the feet towards the hands. So we're coming to the top of the mat now, and we're going to hang here in our ragdoll for a few moments. Remember to bend those knees as much as you need to. So I'm going to swing it out from side to side. You can take hold of opposite elbows. Going to shake the head, nod the head. And just let the back relax. Let gravity do its thing here. When you're ready, just find your point, wherever your hands can reach, whether it's the big toes, the mat, the shins, the thighs. But I want you to inhale as you lift the chest, straighten the arm, exhale to fold. Just flow through a few. Inhale to lift, exhale to fold. Remember, any play, one side knees higher. When you're ready, slowly release the hands, bring it to the waist. And we're going to inhale to start all the way up. And the knees, lift up. We're going to come all the way up. And you can take the arms up towards the sky. Nice active fingers. You can come onto the tiptoes. Nice big stretch. And release. Lovely. Coming back. And then just take a few shoulder rolls here. I want you to inhale to lift the arms up. Take hold of the right hand. The right wrist, sorry, with the left hand. I'm going to stretch over to the left. So we're working the upper body at the moment. Nice, beautiful stretch. Take a deep breath here. And we're going to be here for 3. We're going to be here for 2. And we're going to be here for 1. And inhale, come back. Let's switch the wrists. Take a deep inhale and let's take it over to the right. And we're going to breathe in for 3. And let's breathe in for 2. In for 1. And slowly coming back to center. Let's release the arms by the side. And I want you to make your way into your mountain pose, Tadasana. So you can keep the feet together or apart. Lift the toes up, spread them out, and bring them back to the mat. Keeping the spine nice and neutral. A little bit more weight towards the heels, if that works. Shoulders away from the ears, arms by the side. You can close down the eyes, soften the face. Nice and beautiful now. Ready, we're going to slowly open the eyes. And we're going to inhale, we shoot the arms up. Take the gaze up. Exhale, let's fold forward from the hips. Inhale, as you lift up to your halfway. Exhale, let's step back into plank pose. We're going to hold plank just for a little while longer today. Just check your alignment, draw the heels away. If you find your hips are dipping, then you can drop the knees, but keep it nice and strong. Let's take a deep inhale. As you exhale, let's bend those elbows, work the triceps, untuck the toes, open the chest. And let's come into downward facing dog. Breathing in, breathing out. Taking the gaze towards the navel, between the legs. Again, you can pedal the feet, bend the knees, whatever you need. Just lifting that tailbone up towards the sky, a little bit, keep it nice and strong. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, take the gaze between the hands. Step or walk, feet to hand. And we're going to inhale for our halfway. Exhale to fold. And we're going to inhale to rise. Take the arms all the way up. Exhale to release. Lovely. Take a few moments here. We're going to run through a sequence. So I'll give instructions. Take your time and flow with it. Work with your breath. Remember, it's your practice. You've got this, guys. We're going to inhale to rock. Exhale to fold. Inhale for your halfway. Exhale, we step back into plank pose. We're going to hold plank a little bit longer. Keep it nice and strong. Work the core, pressing the hands into the mat. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, let's bend the elbows towards the body. Inhale as we open the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Breathe in, breathe out. We're going to inhale, we take that right leg up. Flex that right foot nice and high. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, let's bend that right knee. Bring the right foot to the outside of the right hand. You can keep that left knee lifted, it's your choice. Keep that left shoulder nice and strong. As we inhale, shoot the right arm up towards the sky. So a nice, beautiful twister. Breathe in, breathe out. A deep inhale. As you exhale, let's slowly bring that right hand to the mat. And we're going to drop that left knee, bit lifted, and we're going to stay in that lizard pose. Now you can start feeling that right foot off the mat, coming to the outer edge of that right foot. If you want to work into that right hip, it's your choice. You can come onto the forearm. It's your choice. Keep breathing. Feel that length in the upper body. When you're ready, slowly lifting up, coming onto the flat hands. And I want you to walk the hands on the inside of that right leg and slowly coming into the side lunge. So we're bending into that right knee, coming onto the heel of that left foot. Lovely. Now you can have a little play around it and loosen the hands. Or you can leave the right hand on the mat, shoot the left arm up, coming for a nice little twist. So remember to work into that left leg as well. So feel free to have a nice, gorgeous stretch here. And what we're going to do from here is we're going to lift all the way up into goddess pose. So take your time. You can use the hands to support you, or you can come all the way up, like so. We're having the toes away from the midline, pressing the knees a little bit away as well. And let's hold it here for 3, for 2, for 1. And then we're going to inhale as we straighten the legs. And we're going to exhale as we lower back down. We're going to inhale to straighten. Exhale to lower back down. And we're going to bring the arms into it as well. Inhale to lift the arms up. Straighten the legs. Exhale, lower the arms. Bend the knees. Inhale to rise. Exhale to lower. Lovely. Inhale to rise. Exhale to lower. Let's just take a couple more. Feel that nice big movement. And I want you to meet me back in goddess pose. Let's have the hands resting gently on the knees. And we're going to stay here for 3. We're going to breathe in for 2. Feel the quads engaging. Take a deep inhale for 1. And as you exhale, I want you to come all the way back down into your side lunge, bending into that right knee. Lovely. And from here, slowly drop the bum onto the mat. We're going to press that right foot to the inside of that left thigh. Check you're nicely rooted into the mat. So just bring the hands, place them around the body. Check you're nicely sitting in a grounded way. Flex that left foot, keep a micro bend in that left knee if you need. We're going to inhale, we lift and lengthen. And exhale, we hinge forward from there. Keep that length in the spine. Don't round and slump. Don't worry if you can't reach the foot. Just creating space. So lose the ego here. Remember, it's your practice. You've got this. Breathe in. Breathe out. Don't be afraid to check your alignment here. Correct yourself if you need to. You're doing really well. Let's take a deep inhale. Exhale. And let's slowly come up on the inhale. Lovely. And I want you to release that right leg as well. And we've got both legs straight. Take the hands behind the body, fingers pointing towards the toes. And we're going to inhale, we lift up into our reverse plank. So let the head drop back. Lift up the chest, lift up the hips. Let's breathe in for 3. Let's be here for 2. A deep inhale for 1. And slowly release. So tuck the chin into the chest as we slowly come all the way back to the mat. And just lift yourself up. We're going to come back into our tabletop position. And from here, I want you to come back into downward facing dog. So we're going to bring that right leg in the air for 3-legged dog. You can drop it at any point. You can have a little go at 3-legged vinyasa. So come forward into 3-legged plank. Slowly lower. Open the heart. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Take 3 lines breath down. Just notice how your body's feeling now compared to when we begun the practice. Hopefully a bit looser and more open. Maybe a little bit hotter. Let's take a deep inhale together. As you exhale, take the gaze between the hands. You can step, walk, or float feet to hands. If you're going to float, bend the knees and lift the hips up and float it forward. Inhale for your halfway lift. Exhale to fold. We're going to inhale for our halfway lift again. And exhale to fold. Just stay in here for a couple more breaths. And slowly coming up on the inhale. Sweep the arms all the way up to the sky. And exhale to release. Beautiful. So we're going to take a few breaths here. We are going to work the other side with the same sequence. We're going to come to the other side of the mat actually. So just take a few moments here. You can shake it all out, whatever you need to do. And when you're ready, let's slowly find our mountain pose again to Dasana. So it's a beautiful grounded pose. Check your feet, lift the toes up, spread them out, bring them back to the mat. And just keep the pelvis nice and neutral. Feel as if there's a piece of string pulling you up from the crown of the head towards the sky. So nice and tall. Shoulders away from the ears, arms by the side. Nice and active through the fingers. Take your time finding this pose. Beautiful. Really lovely. We're going to inhale to rise. Take the arms all the way up, drishti to the hand. Exhale, let's fold forward from the hips, taking the hands towards the mat. Inhale for your halfway lift. Exhale, we step back with the right, step back with the left, coming into plank pose. So check your alignment here, hands pressed into the mat. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, let's bend those elbows, keeping the body nice and strong. Open the heart. Downward facing dog. We're going to feel the breath in the back of the body, feel it in the pelvis, in the shoulders, in the ribs, and the spine. We're going to inhale, we lift that left leg in the air this time. Then we're going to slowly bend that left knee from the left foot to the outside of the left hand. You can drop that right knee if you want. Otherwise, we're going to twist over to the left, shoot that left arm up towards the sky. So it's a nice strong stretch, keeping that right scapula nice and rooted, nice and lifted. Breathe in, breathe out. Deep inhale. As you exhale, slowly drop that left hand to the mat. Drop that right knee. And you can peel that left foot off the mat towards the outer edge. So a nice juicy stretch in the hips. You can come onto the forearms. It's entirely up to you. So just listen to your body. It might be different on this side, and that's absolutely fine. Just take a couple more breaths there. And when you're ready, bring yourself back up onto your flat hands. And we're going to slowly walk the hands to the inside of that left foot, taking it to the side and slowly coming into your side lunge, bending into that left knee. So I know this is my weaker side. So I might struggle a bit, and that's absolutely fine. Embrace the wobbles. You can have a little go at no hands. Stretching into that right leg. Feel it there as well. So just stay in here for a couple more breaths. And remember what's coming next. When you're ready, let's slowly lift ourselves up into goddess pose. So just check your alignment, toes away from midline. Keeping the back nice and neutral. We're going to bend the knees and we're going to lift. We're going to bend the knees and we're going to lift. So what I want you to do here is place one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. So lower on the exhale, inhale to lift. Feel that breath. Feel those vibrations in the hands. We're going to slowly lower, and I want you to stay in this goddess pose. And if you want, you can have a little shimmy to the right and the left, or just take in a little sway. Feel free to go a little bit crazy with your arms if you want. It's so nice to just be a little bit creative. So feel free just to let yourself go here. Nobody's watching, so don't worry. And who cares? So just enjoy it. Beautiful. Let's slowly come back to goddess pose. We're going to inhale, we lift ourselves up, put straight in the legs, exhale to lower. And hold it here for 3, for 2, for 1. And we're going to inhale to lift. Lovely. And when you're ready, slowly start lowering down into that side lunge, into that left knee. And when you're ready, let your bum come to the mat. So we're just going to continue on the other side, pressing that left foot onto the inside of that right thigh. Hands around the hips, chest all nicely rooted into the mat. Remember to micro bend that right knee to the knees, flex that right foot. We're going to inhale, we lift the chest. And we're going to bring length into the upper body. Exhale, we'll be hinged forward. So it's not about grabbing that foot, it's about creating space and length. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale to fold. You're doing really well. So we're nearly there, guys. Again, just discipline yourself. Check your alignment now. If you feel like you're slumping or rounded, inhale. Keep it strong. Exhale. Come forward. Deep inhale. Exhale. Let's slowly come up on the next inhale. Nice. Let's straighten that left leg this time. We're going to bring the hands a little bit behind the body, fingers pointing towards the toes. We're going to inhale, we lift up into our reverse plank and just let the head drop back. It's quite a nice strong stretch. It's good for the triceps as well. Great for the core. Let's breathe in for 3. Let's breathe in for 2. Take a deep inhale for 1. And as you exhale, lift the chin towards the chest and slowly bring the bum back towards the mat. And when you're ready, we're going to come back to our tabletop. And I want you to lift up to downward facing dog. And you can stay here. You can come into child's pose or meet us at the top of the mat. Otherwise, you can lift that left leg in the air if you want. Come forward into a three-legged plank and lower down through a three-legged vinyasa flow. Coming into downward facing dog. Breathing in, breathing out. Deep inhale. Exhale. Let's take one more inhale. And as you exhale, take the gaze between the hands. Step, walk, or float. Feet to hands. We're going to inhale for your halfway. Exhale. Inhale to rise. Gaze up. Exhale to release. Just taking a few moments there. Breathing in. Breathing out. Giving your body a chance to rest before we move on to the next section. It's really important to rest between the poses, between the asanas, listening to your body all the time. We're going to do one more sun salutation just by itself. So slowly make your way into your mountain pose. Give yourself a nice little shape. Just sway the arms, move the legs. And slowly bring the feet grounded to the mat. Lift the toes up, spread them out as we come down. Arms by the side, shoulders away. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. And again. More. Right. Take it in up. Exhale. Let's go forward from inhale for your halfway. Exhale. Let's step back into plank pose. Draw the heels away from the body, keeping the shoulders and the core nice and strong. Exhale. Let's lower down through chaturanga. Banana the shoulders here. Let's come up to downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, take the gaze between the hands, step forward or float, feet to hands. Inhale for our halfway lift. Exhale to fold. So remember, as you fold, you can bring the hands to the mat, you can bend the knees, whatever is comfortable for you. Now we're going to inhale, float the arms up, take the gaze up. Exhale to release. And just take a few little shakes, take a few little shoulder rolls. We're coming towards the last part of the practice, so we're just going to do a few little standing poses before we make our way down towards the mat. So what we're going to do next is chair pose, Uttanasana. It's a very popular pose. It's very good for grounding, good for focus, great for the legs. It's also good for the core. So just a few things to bear in mind. I would say don't rely on a sticky out bum. Really draw in the ribs, they're not flaring. Engage the core. Try to keep the knees in line if your body works that way. So let's come to our standing position. And we're going to inhale as we dip and sweep. So sweep the arms up, act as if you're sitting in an imaginary chair. You can take it a little deeper if that works for you. Deep inhale. As you exhale, bring the hands to heart center. We're going to take a deep inhale. Exhale, let's twist over to the right. Bring the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Don't force the twist. Breathing in, breathing out. Take one more inhale. Exhale. Take one more. As you exhale, come back to center. Let's release the arms. And this time we're going to come into warrior three. So slowly start lifting that left leg off the mat. Pivoting forward. Lift that left leg, lift, lift, lift. Engage the right glutes. Shoot the hands out. Take the gaze ahead of you. Find a point of focus. You might want to externally rotate that left hip. So the hips are kind of in a straight line, if that's available. And then we're going to slowly inhale as we come up. Start bending that left knee and bringing it up towards the chest. You can do no hands or you can take hold of it with the hands. Take a deep inhale and exhale to release. Beautiful. And just shake it all out. So we're just going to do that on the other side. So slowly make your way back into the Shavasana. Press the feet into the mat. We're going to inhale as we dip the feet, coming into chair pose. Go a little deeper if you want. You can come into the balls of the feet. Entirely up to you. Take a deep inhale. And let's slowly bring the hands to the heart center. Breathe in. And let's exhale as we twist it over to the left. Check the knees. Check that they're still in line. Take a few more breaths here. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Take one more inhale. And exhale it back to center. Let's release the arms and slowly start lifting that right leg off the mat. So I'm coming onto my weaker side. Pivoting forward, lift, lift, lift. Engage that right left glute. And when you're ready, slowly coming up on the inhale. Bringing that right knee into the chest. And release. Shake it all out. And let's just bring the arms around at the time. Brilliant. So we're coming towards the end now, guys. Just bring the feet mat distance apart. Bring the hands to the heart center. I want you to slowly start lowering down into a yogi squat. So don't worry if you fall out of it. You can use the elbows to give yourself a nice little stretch. And when you're ready, I want you to slowly bring the bumps to the mat. Bring the legs out straight. Flex the feet, micro bend the knees, the hands by the side. Inhale, we lift and lengthen. Exhale. One more inhale. And exhale to release. And then do one more fold before we come into Shavasana. So bring the feet together. So the knees out wide. Open the feet like you're reading a book. Keep a safe gap between the groin and the heels. We're going to inhale as we lift the chest. Lift the upper body. Exhale as we hinge forward. So keep a neutral spine just for one more inhale. And exhale as you let it go. So it's a really nice, juicy forward fold. Take a couple more breaths here. And when you're ready, slowly coming up on the inhale. We're almost there. Gently drawing the knees in towards each other. And slowly coming all the way down. But feel that length in the upper body as well. And coming into your final Shavasana. So spread the arms out. Feel that space in the armpits. And just let the feet roll out. And we'll be here for about a minute or so. It's just closing down the eyes. ready, we're just going to start deepening the breath and slowly starting to wiggle the fingers and the toes. We're just coming back into the room. Let's rotate the wrists and the ankles. And let's slowly inhale, take a nice big stretch. So hands up over the head, point the toes away from the body. There we go. And let's draw the knees into the chest one by one. Take any other little movements that you need and meet me in a short while in a comfortable cross-legged position. Keeping the eyes closed and the face soft. Just take a moment. Just slowly bringing your hands to heart center. You can keep the face soft and keeping the eyes closed. And we're going to end today's practice with 3 clearing breaths. So we're going to breathe in through the nose, exhale out the mouth. Slowly bring the thumbs up to the third eye if you want to. I want to thank you for joining me in today's practice, and thank you for following me and working with me on this journey together. The inner light in me will always honor the inner light in each of you. Please do not forget to love yourself, because once you love yourself, everything else falls into place. Thank you so much for today's practice. Thanks so much.
That was great. Thank you. I feel like I could sleep now.
Oh, fantastic. So hopefully we'll do I normally do 2 classes. It's normally Tuesdays and Thursdays. Yeah. But I'm doing a work webinar tomorrow morning, so I thought it was a bit too much. But are you on the email list? I can't remember.
I don't think I am. No.
Okay, well, I can add you if you want me to. That's
fine.
No,
that would be good.
Yeah, I'll let you know about next week, but it'll probably be next Tuesday. It might be Wednesday as well, because I've got a work thing on Thursday morning. Just a meeting a surveyor, so it's like a nice thing, so that'd be good. But I'll keep you guys posted. Thanks for joining me today.
Thank you.
That chased away my headache.
Oh, lovely. I'm so glad. Thanks so much, guys. Take care.
Bye.